What is going on? Wow. You came at fried chicken on my nose. Mm-mm. Hello, Bora. How are you? Good to see you. Damn, this thing is like super close.
You're
Frying my
not
eye.
showing up as live. Oh,
I'm
there
not.
we go. No, look, it says it's still. Oh, finally, yeah. There we
Yeah,
go.
it is. Hey, what's going on? This ShanGO right here. Uh, let me see here. What the fuck? Hold on. Just adjusting here. Just adjusting. Adjusting. All right. Who we got in here? Quincy, Woodard. First, you sure are. Slobo Todic. Shan Chesh. What's up, Shan Chesh? Be loved times two. What did I miss? Not a goddamn thing, Slobo. We just got on. Panda Bear, good evening to you. Brandon Haywood, what's popping, Mr. Haywood? Oh, yeah, there was a change of plans. I should have next time. I'm gonna get better with posting. If I say, oh, I'm gonna be on this day, and I for whatever reason cannot make it on that day, I'm definitely going to thank you for that. Be able to at least say, hey, I'm not going to be on. Let's see, 15 heads, only one has licked that like button. Okay, so lick that like button, crack the crack, and all the way back. Christine Collins, what's happening with you? How you doing? You been doing your homework, Christine? I hope you have. What's that? Finally got my note. Yeah, you know what? You're not the only one. What's going on, Queen Tarot? You're not the only one, man. YouTube's been acting funny as hell, and then there's a lot of shit. They put their AI on a lot of things, so a lot of videos are getting snatched for like no reason whatsoever because their retarded ass AI is doing things. Like a lot of my notifications ain't popping up, but I mean, what are you gonna do? So how y'all doing today? What is going on? We're gonna talk a little bit of love bind, okay? Love bind. Let me see here. I'm looking. I gotta put my little. Forgot to put my little uh Rona ritual oil on. Cause I be working the shit out of this, man. When I put this on, especially before I go out in the sun too. Um, for various reasons. TV, what's up? Alexis Janelle, hey. Next time you do so small reading live. I think you're reading right on. Well, I appreciate it, Brandon. You guys make the damn show. You know what I'm saying? Or make the event. So quality questions, quality people, always makes for a good quality interaction. That's my thinking on things. But absolutely. Um, what I was going to say is just to kind of celebrate. This is like kind of like our little official type of launch because we put it out. I put out a brief video on it yesterday, and I mean the questions just keep coming. I could probably spend about 3 to 4 hours a day just answering questions on this. So I figured I would go live. I can address questions. Of course, some of y'all may have questions. If you're interested in a 3-day love bind, we'll just go over that real fast. It will briefly, I'll say. Let me know so I can super chat. Or the lady was telling us about. Right on. Yes, yes. That would be my wife, and yes, right now we may do some cards. I'm thinking I might pull just a gratis card pull afterwards, just in celebration. You know what I mean? Because I like doing that for y'all. I like doing that with y'all. But um, yeah, I'm still. It's still a work in progress getting her to sit in front of this fucking camera. You know what I'm saying? I can see her like shit. Her fucking head start like, yo, it's a camera. Just pretend, whatever. But yeah, so that's been the difficult part. But when she does, believe me, it's gonna be fun. It's a treat. Yeah, but a lot of people have already been impressed. She has a certain knack when doing readings where, let's say, you ask a certain question about a certain thing, invariably, other shit comes up, and she will say, "Hey, I noticed blah 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 blah," and people, like 99% of people, are like, "Huh? How? Yes!" Like, And it's like, no shit. She's also the real deal. I am the real deal, Ray, but she's in the fan. What do you expect? I'm not going to be pumping no bullshit, man. But yeah, that happens all the time. I personally get a kick out of it. I get a kick out of watching her do it than doing that more myself. For me, it's just like a lot of times I'll just start bringing up certain things, but she has this, she has this way of just like doing it, and I am a fan, I must say, if I'm being honest. But yeah, so we just released this 3 day love bind. It's not the 3 day binding ritual. That's yesteryear. Okay, that's that's the past. This is right now. We done leveled it up in so many different ways. The 3 day binding combined, I would usually use every one of you has a birthday, right? Every birthday has a corresponding card. You know what I'm saying? And depending, you can find that. I look up cards of destiny or whatever, but yeah, July 23rd. Let me show you the books. I don't use this as my own personal system totally. I'll take I do like Jeet Kune Do. I believe in street sorcery. Take a bit of this, take a bit of that. Whatever works here in the real world, is what I'm fucking with. Okay, I can't. But these are the two books. When I began initially, actually, I didn't even have these, but I started. This is a very accurate system, I will say. So you just said July 23rd, cards of destiny, right? And then there's a corresponding one, love cards. This is about couples. So if you really want to find out, and of course, this is a mix of astrology, numerology, and it supposedly was created in ancient Kemet. That always, anytime you want to add some lore to something, just say it was created in ancient Kemet. Okay, that's a little tip from your uncle Shangito. Okay, but let's get. Oh, so July 23rd, Mr. Haywood, you would be a 5 of clubs. Now, what you can do is Google 5 of clubs, card of destiny, or card of life. You'll see a bunch of different things pop up. Well, hello, Mr. Evans. What's going on, brother? How you doing, sir? So, yeah, anybody else want to know their card real quick? Go ahead. I'm right here. And in the back of these books, they have, the month and the day, and then what card is which. Quincy Woodard. Slow down, y'all. Don't. January 17th. You're a 10 of diamonds. Hold on. See, now y'all are going. Okay. May 11th, Alexis Janelle got you. May 11th, you are an 8 of diamonds. Okay. Peter Gozenya, June 29th. You're an ace of clubs, man. You're an ace of clubs. Yvette Donaldson, is that you? Why, hello, Yvette. How you doing there? Latrinda Matthews, December 14th. I'm willing to bet you're a clubs of some kind. Yes, you are a 4 of clubs. You go looking up these cards, you're going to find that a lot of the shit more than likely does relate to you. See, this is about the card itself, right? This deals with the card as far as like a personality wise, but this is also about what it could mean as far as different things, different situations, whether the card shows up in your Jupiter, your Mars cycle, your this, your that, So it's very, very, I gotta tell you, it's very, very thorough. It's very thorough, but I just had to kind of create my own system. So I did take some elements of this, some of the knowledge from this, and whatever stuck against the wall, so to speak, is what I continue to use, And then, of course, I have other things, and I would always just take from other systems. And also, of course, first and foremost, you have to learn from your own experience, So through doing readings after readings after readings after readings after readings and consultations and so forth, you start to pick up your own shit. I mean, you can't help but to do that, Anybody else while we're on this shit? Absolutely, Peter. No problem. Oh, okay. I missed some people over here. Damn, I missed a lot of people. Shit. Hold on, I gotta go back. I don't want to like. Everybody's asking their thing. I'm gonna get you. All right. December 14th was the last one. Okay, so Yvette, you are January 28th. Your card would be the Queen of Clubs. Very powerful card. Uh, this Miss Robinson. I'm just. I'm not even gonna fucking try and pronounce your name. Your first name. March 13th. You are a 10 of diamonds. Interestingly enough, Salone for Life. Shout out to Salone for Life. August 28th. You are. You're a Jack of Hearts. That is also known as the Christ card. Prince Royal. Princess Royal. April 2nd. You're a Six of Spades. Six of Spades. Slobo. I know you're a woman, Slobo, but I can't help but like, cause you got your man's lurker account. It always cracks me up. Slobo Thoric, June 11th. You are a Six of Diamonds. Wow, a lot of diamonds up in here. The Audraverse. I like that name. October 5th. You're a Four of Diamonds. Holy shit, a lot of diamonds online. Shimano 5 Line. Salute God. 0212, so February 12th. You're a King of Diamonds. That's like the best financial card you can have in the fucking deck, obviously. September 22nd. You are Two of Clubs. All right. And we have a July 14th popping up. You are an Ace of Diamonds. What is going on with all these diamonds? Miss Robinson, I think I answered your question. March 13th. 10 of diamonds. Yes, I did already. Okay. Absolutely, absolutely. I have the C. I am August 10th. 3 of diamonds. Okay, and we're gonna wrap this up. Okay. Jack of Hearts, you know it. Okay, Guitar Suave, February 15th. A 10 of diamonds. Lord have mercy, man. Flower Rose, August 11th. You are a 2 of diamonds. Somebody else is a 2 of diamonds too. Just she's on her thing right now though. But my other 2 of diamonds, my 2 of diamonds. Anyways,
Who's 2 of diamonds?
somebody in here, they were 2 of diamonds. Truth, Light, Love, February 21st. Goddamn Pisces. 4 of diamonds. Yep. April Brackett, how you doing? April, I sent you an email. Let me know if you got it. April, you are May 29th. 3 of clubs. 3 of clubs. And I already know that worry is definitely a part. Every card has its higher octave and its lower octave. Just like a piano, you got the same note of a C, but you got a high one and you got a low one. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, thank you, Guitarra. Lick that till your tongue get fucking rough. All right? And one more time here. I got one more. Last one. Dolores Heaston. Dolores Heaston is June 12th. You're a 5 of diamonds. Oh, shit. Okay, one more. Demetria Mitchell. All right. March 23rd. You're a king of clubs. You are a king of clubs. Yes, thumbs up all the way. My book I have on birthday is The Power of Birthday, Stars and Numbers. Yeah, it sounds like a good read. Okay, so a lot of you have been inquiring. Maybe not everyone here, but it's my intention that those who need to see that is they're going to see it, you know. And by the way, I think that was Guitar who said that. That 10 of diamonds is a very, 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 very powerful card. As far as within certain situations in personal finance, it's probably the card that you want most to pop up when you're looking around. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so a lot of people have been asking. There's like a little fucking gnat, and your lifespan is about to get really short if you fly around me. Okay, but Eye of the Sea. One more time on that. The author is Robert Lee Camp. Okay, the author is Robert Lee Camp, and the books that for what I was just telling you as far as your cards, I was using the cards to your destiny and love cards by Robert Lee Camp. Okay, so a lot of you have been asking though. It surprises me. Like I said, it could be the end of the world, and I'm still gonna have people wanting to do love spells and domination and stuff. Y'all crack me the fuck up. I gotta say, y'all crack me up. I'm like, we could be at the end of the world. It's gonna be like, can you do a domination for me? Okay, but since I've been getting an influx of that, and I corresponded, we decided to bring it back out for a short time, although it's not actually back because this is actually something totally new. It's very similar to what we did last year, the 3-day binding spell, but that is out. That is old news, okay? This is leveled up to the 100th power, okay? Husband and wife team doing it, everything from the construction of the poppets. And I want to thank, because the orders are already coming in. We only have so many that we can do. There's not necessarily a time frame. We're doing it by how many different rituals. So right now I think we're at 14 or 13, I'm not sure, left. And these will be available at a stupendous, ridiculous, you must be fucking crazy ShanGO price, okay? And we have a coupon for those who want to snatch it up, who want to, faith without works is dead. Some of y'all are having faith that you're going to get that person back, and the universe can arrange different circumstances, different people, different things, to whereas this might be the way for you, okay? Now, no way works every time for everybody, but I'm going to do a very brief ritual. Matter of fact, even in this video, because I only want those who already know that this is what you want. You're confident, because a lot of times the work gets fucked up. And not to say it this way, but a client can shoot themselves in the foot with doubt, okay? Doubt is like a fucking desert eagle, chick chick, okay? Hand cannon, all right? Doubt will fuck your magic up quicker than anything, okay? And if it doesn't fuck it up quicker than anything, it will surely put a big, huge rock in the middle of your road. And we don't want that, okay? So I like success stories. I love positive testimonies. Yes, I know there's going to be challenges with different works, with different people, as with anything, okay? But at the end of the day, when the rubber hits the road, we want them W's. We don't want them L's, So we love win-win situations. We want to give the most value we can. Everything from the construction of the poppets. We have major ritual work to do tonight. So there's only so many we can do at a time as far as the actual 3 days of ritual. But the construction of the poppets itself is a part of the ritual, okay? She's doing her thing, channeling her energy as she's constructing these. I do a brief consecration thing to bring you two to life. And then I smack y'all two together and bind the fuck out of you, okay? Actually, we're going to be doing that also. There's something to be said about combining divine masculine and feminine energies for an intent. And believe you me, that's like fucking jet fuel on shit, okay? Because when we work on shit together just for ourselves, or maybe a personal family member may have something, so okay, fine, we'll do something. I've always discouraged her kind of about that. We're not the go-to shamans for family and all this shit, but we kind of just mind our own business. But if somebody happens to whatever, we'll put our thing together, and it's always like that. So last time it was just me doing it. This time it's both of us. And she has a very powerful energy to add to this as well. These are about how big it is. This is just so you know, this is a playing card. So you can see how big they are. You know what I'm saying? They're not big at all. Very discreet. They're considerably smaller than the Quantum Bruja dolls, because those are for a different purpose, although they can, be interchanged. But these will be bound together. Obviously, I care about my client's confidentiality. So it's you got to make sure that it's done correctly, and like I said, but I do want to show you, because there's other poppets being constructed. Now, last time we used playing cards and stuff, like I said, I would use the birth playing card if that was available, you know, for the actual ritual. This time, as you see, these are like not these, you know, they ain't. I know they're all looking ghetto and shit because I taped them up, but yeah, they're nice. They're the perfect size for the work. And the other thing about this is we wanted to also make sure that there was as least as possible for you, the client, to do. Okay. Now, as I mentioned before, I've had different situations with different people. I've had clients hire me to do love work. And then, you know, a lot of times, sometimes, well, in my experience, the client a lot of times sometimes can get in their own way depending on what. Okay, maybe they had it done, maybe they whatever. Like I said, this is the level up of level ups. Even if all the other love spells that you did before, you know, I'm willing to put everything on it that this will be the one to do it. Okay, and like I said, because this is like a unit, a team now doing it. So there's something to be said. Even in the Bible, it talks about when two or more on earth are gathered, it shall be done, you know, and there's a reason for that. Okay, so that's what it is. Like I said, there have been clients, you know, in full transparency and full honesty, where it maybe did not go the way they wanted it to go. I only can control so many variables. Okay, if you do love work on somebody, and then either you act like a bitch or a dick to them, or afterwards, or whatever the case may be, I don't know exactly what it is. There's so many. There are innumerable different variables that can pop up. Okay, which would be the equivalent of somebody getting in their own way, you know? So if that is the case, you know, sometimes, as I mentioned, one approach does not work for everybody all the time. Sometimes you got to try a little variation of something. Sometimes you got to try something a little different. Sometimes, you know, every case is kind of the same, but at the same time, kind of different, you know? So it has its own unique qualities, but at the same time, it's like someone trying to get somebody back. That's not a new fucking concept. There's been millions of songs written about it, millions of movies made about it, millions of spells done on such a situation. You know what I'm saying? But so what we're doing here is we're trying to just kind of revolutionize this, give the biggest bang for the buck. In addition to your when you claim your the 3-day love bind, you also get a vial of some bend over bitch love and lust oil. Okay, this is a dominational. It's very, very potent. Okay, extremely potent. You also have brief instructions on how to use this in conjunction with your dolls. But as if that is not enough, I also send something for the client, because I believe if you use this with intention and open yourself, this is our secret of success 2020 love and lust oil. We're also throwing this into the picture as well. You can anoint yourself, you can anoint your or you can do your chakras however you see fit. There's no set way. Okay, you can work it a lot of different ways, but this will program and assist the magic, which is to bring love. You know what I mean? So this is also another way for me to kind of help the client to make sure their aura is programmed for love. Okay, for love and lust, depending on what specifically that they want. All right, so you get all of this at a very, very nominal price. Like I said, there is a coupon code. It's LoveBind 3.0.
You got a few questions on there.
All right, what are the questions? Bring it on, man. Can the energy of the doll be detected by another worker? That would depend on the other worker.
Does it promote marriage?
No, the one who's really going to be promoting the marriage is you. We are tools. Consider us like your extra hands, you know. We are in service of you. So at the end of the day, and there's a reason why when we send it, there are brief yet simple instructions, because I believe it's fucking imperative that there is something that because this is your desire. You know what I'm saying? This is for you. So if it was me, I would want to have a part in that. I mean, yeah, it's a great little fantasy to go have somebody just do everything for you. That's great. But a lot of times, and if you even look on other workers who are more credible than a lot of these, fuck artists, fuckamamy artists. Okay, a lot of them will send the work out too. But we're trying to make it where you have to do as little as possible. But in a way, that's kind of like the ceiling of the deal. Okay, the total, the not the total, but like how, like I said, it just seals the deal. It's like that coat of gloss over a nice paint job. It seals the deal. Okay, so if marriage is what somebody wants, then that intention needs to be very clear and very specific. In the instructions, we do also include these new instructions, also how you can use these dolls for maintenance. So you don't have to keep coming back to us to recast the same fucking spell over and over again. You will have the tools at your service, to whereas you can keep. It's like maintenance. It's just like a car. In a lot of ways, it's very, very similar. If you fix up a car, eventually, somewhere way down the line, it's going to need to be serviced for something. Okay, I think we can both agree on that. But yeah, so if marriage is what you want, you have to be sure that you are, you keep projecting that. Stay in that. What does it feel like for you to be married now?
Okay.
Only
Is
you
it
can
good
answer.
to use during the Venus retrograde?
Very good question. Very good question. I would say this. If the client is very astrologically aware of things, and they have a conviction that it's somehow going to have a negative consequence, then I would suggest that that client does not partake in it. Okay? As great as we are at what we do, when it comes to engineering circumstances and synchronicities in the realities of others, okay? Because in essence, that's kind of like what we're doing. Um, if that other has a particular belief about something that could clash with what we're trying to bring forth in your life, then I would just suggest don't argue with your belief system, okay? Either find a way to rectify that, make peace with that, do whatever, and then go forward, okay? But I always suggest respect your belief system. If you don't believe something is possible, don't waste our time, don't waste your time. And I don't care for what reason that is, whether Mercury's in retrograde, whether Venus is in retrograde, whether Jupiter, is up Sagittarius's ass or something, like, I don't know. Whatever it is, whatever the reason, make sure you're clear. Okay? And that's part of what I'm going to do in a minute, is just do a very simple intention ritual, because I only want those who are ready. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything.
Do
So,
you keep feeding it?
do you keep feeding it? Well, I would say you definitely want to keep feeding it. And the reason why, it's like a wheel, or like one of them merry-go-rounds at the park. You keep spinning it. With each spin, it gathers more momentum, it gathers more viscosity. It just keeps, RPMs, man. It keeps going and going. And, with these, the more RPMs you have, the quicker you're also going to see things happen. Now, we are doing all the heavy lifting here. I want to be sure, I want to be clear about that, okay? We're doing all the heavy lifting here, so you just got to, maybe sprinkle a little this or that, okay? That's how I want this. That's how I set out. I was like, look, if we're going to do this, I want to make sure that we do all the heavy lifting for the client, for you, the client. We don't want to give you a huge thing of homework to do, okay? So,
Ready?
yeah.
How often can you use it on the same person?
Well, that would fall in line with consistency, what we were just talking about, So, as much as you want. I would actually, technically, let me say, as much as you want. You don't want to overdo it, okay? The reason why is because there comes a point where the more that you're doing it from a place of doubt, okay? Don't ever touch your dolls from a place of doubt. Don't ever do any work while you're upset and, oh, they didn't call, or they disappeared again, and like, don't do that. Okay? That is not where you want to come from. All right. That will be on the part of the client to calm their ass down, get into at least a neutral state. Maybe you're not all like, hey, I'm sure this is going to work, but at least neutral. Okay. And from neutral place, then you start kind of getting more towards your desire fulfilled. Now I'm going to look through my desire fulfilled. What the fuck does this look like? What does it feel like? Let me put this shit on. Then you work with your dolls. I cannot stress the importance of the state that you're in when you do magic. I don't care if it's for these dolls. I don't care what it's for. To have your vagina smell like flowers. I don't know what it's for, okay? But make sure you are in a state that is conducive, that goes right along, that is aligned with what you are bringing forth, what you are pulling in, or what reality you are shifting to. That's actually probably the most accurate way I could say it. Let's hear another one.
How long does it take to see results?
Good question. Hey Quincy, would I know my dolls are working because this live popped up. Yep. Okay. So repeat the question. I'm sorry, I was looking at the comment.
How long does it take to see results?
That can vary. Okay. That's kind of the annoying thing for a lot of us Westerners when it comes to magic is we can't quantify it like we can with physics. You know, if I was to shoot a rocket from here to wherever, there's a way to calculate exactly to the millisecond when it's going to hit, how it's going to hit, okay? Unfortunately, when dealing with the occult, when dealing with universal substance, which is what everything is created from, such luxuries are often not afforded, okay? So I'm going to answer your question. We have seen results reported in as little as 7 to 2 weeks. And then there's a lot of times where it takes 30 to 60 days. A lot of times the 30 to 60 dayers are because they still have a lot of resistance or they want it too much, okay? And I know when it comes to matters of the heart, nothing will make a person more desperate than matters of the heart. Unfortunately, desperation, doubt, and fear are going to ensure that that person never has what they desire. It's always going to be out of their reach, just out of their reach, if not way out of their reach. Okay, I've often used this analogy. I will use it again until I fucking die. Desperation, fear, and doubt are the stick, and your desire is the carrot.
Okay, ready? Panda
Thanks
bear.
for rushing me, but okay.
You got a lot of questions.
Well, then let's get it on.
If we order 2 quantum bruja dolls, is it possible to use 2 bigger dolls instead of the mini dolls for the ritual?
Absolutely.
Can it be done on another person who doesn't know you?
It can be done on a person that doesn't know you. It can also open up avenues by way of which you can start to get to know that person, okay? Obviously, that's going to be, I don't want to say more challenging, but it's going to have its own set of things. You know, magic is said to work, take the path of least resistance, okay? Just like water, okay? So if your desire is up a hill, then the water has to somehow go a little bit up a hill, okay? So what I'm just saying is, I'm sure you can imagine it would be easier to work on somebody that you do know versus somebody that you don't know. That's kind of just a given. However, there's accounts, there's different things where people have used weird, crazy techniques such as magic to open up a portal, open up a way to either draw them the person that they want to get to know to them, or at least the opportunity where they can make that connection and then, you know, let it start to grow organically as it will or whatnot, you know. But it is absolutely possible. And the more you use magic and the more you can come from at least a neutral place, it becomes now probable. You hear me? It becomes probable. So I hope that answers your question, Miss Bear.
Flower rose. Are breakup spells more quick to act than love spells?
Wow, that's a good question. There's no set thing on that. Sometimes to me, in my mind, it's easier sometimes to destroy something. You can destroy something in 1 second that could have took years to build. you know. But having said that, um, I've seen both work really fast. So my hands are actually tied on that one. I'd say it's a draw. It all depends. Once again, and I hate sounding like a broken record, but there's a lot of times different variables going on. You
Mm-hmm.
know, especially like if you're dealing with a karmic relationship that you're trying to break up, or something like that, where there's extreme amounts of like entanglement going on between these two individuals, you know, that can make it a lot more difficult.
Okay, DD. What's
Didi,
what's the difference between this bind and the quantum 3-day bind? I think she means the quantum bruja doll and the bind spell.
is that what you're referring to, Miss Didi? What's the difference between this one and the Quantum Bruja doll? For one, this one is there's a lot of similarities. Black Widow, what's going on? There's a lot of similarities. In the case of like a 3-day love bind, it is in the name too, because we will be binding you two together. Okay. Oh, I see, Didi. Yeah, we'll see. These two are bound, but get off me.
What did TV
I
say?
don't.
Saw porn?
Right. No. Yes, Didi. The first one I did by myself, and I used playing cards. And, I did get a lot of good results. There were individuals where it did not work out as well for them. Okay. In this case, the construction, Eye of the Sea, I sure in the hell am. It's my thing. It's my thing. Okay. So these ones, like I said, everything from the beginning of the construction of the dolls, the sewing, the stuffing with Spanish moss, okay, down to the actual consecration aspect, which is more or less putting the breath of life into the dolls, um, down to the actual binding the dolls together, binding these two, creating, doing that butterfly effect. We're the butterfly over here flapping our wings. Wherever they at, that's where the hurricane happens, But and the difference is there's going to be two of us doing the actual 3-day binding ritual together. Okay. John Connor the seventh with Spanish moss. Absolutely. So okay. Yeah. So, you got like I said, you got the husband and wife thing going on, and, both putting our intentions, both working it. I bring up that scripture because I remember that scripture from a long time when I was forced to go to church as a kid, but I always remember that scripture. And then upon researching it, there's a lot of different ways why the metaphysical, esoteric meanings behind that scripture. But one of the most simplistic is one person can do anything with intention, clarity, if they know that they can create whatever they want. That's a foundational belief that must be there first and foremost. Okay, but all that aside, when you put two people together, like, it just exponentially increases. And there's it's not a mystery, in my opinion, why the old saying exists, the old colloquial saying, two heads are better than one. So we're going to actually be flexing that principle very, very tough. Hello, Tara. How you doing? Intention is everything. It's the basis of everything. It's the template which defines universal substance to come in and to fill. It will fill that template. Your template is your intention. You know what I mean? What it is that you really, really want. You know, I'm curious about what to do with the doll remains. Quincy, can you elaborate on that just a little? Are you talking about this? If you was to do this, uh, how to get rid of the dolls? Well, Dee Dee, and I'm gonna kind of take it with Quincy on that one too. I'll take both of you on that one. Um, I would say to get rid of the dolls when you feel completely, when it feels completed within, as far as everything is going, the train has been put on the right track and it's going down the ways and everything is as it should be in your relationship. Of course, no relationship is ever perfect. There's always going to be something because you got two humans together, right? But if the relationship and you're happy is what you want, then I would say you can take it in your backyard and you go and bury it in your backyard if you have a backyard. Um, you can, I mean, you can burn them after, but my whole thing is if you want to kind of keep them around as an insurance policy, that's what I would do. Unless I woke up and I was like, this person is somebody that I no longer want to be with. In that case, I can tell you right now, one thing you can do is first and foremost, you urinate on these dolls. They're going to be bound by a red string. You want to cut the red string, and then you can slice open one of the dolls and start to dismember it or whatever after the urine is. What about a plant? That's another good idea. I was going to say that outside, backyard, by a plant, by a tree. Because if you plant them by a tree, that's also symbolic of it continuing to grow. Something that you want to keep in place and a nice slow for show roll is what you would bury something for. Okay, if you want something fast or to destroy something fast, you use fire, and then water, of course. I have questions. I did stay on the mind, but it's not working. What do I need to push? Please, please, please tell me. Slowbo, I can already tell you right now, you're putting too much on it. There's a little bit too much on it. You're a little bit the leverage is not in your favor. You know, you have to I know this sounds kind of hard and all that, and believe me, I've struggled with it myself, but you have to kind of get yourself into a place where no matter what it is that you're casting for, you're good whether you get it or not. Okay? That's a little secret right there. That's the mindset to have. If I get them, great. If I don't, I'm still good. You know, urinate on the damn thing, you know? So yeah, that's what you got to do though. I would suggest starting over. Some people do that spell, and it's like the more desperate they get, the harder they do it, and they don't know that they're actually working against themselves at that point. You know what I'm saying? The urinating on it is it's basically like an old hoodoo way of kind of canceling out. A urination is also used very heavily with domination. Okay, that's why dogs go around and mark their territory. Cats, two different animals, they use piss. There is something to that. You know what I'm saying? So you want to definitely. That's why though, because it cancels it out. If you find, for example, let's say you find a strange little bag or something tied up or something on your property, right? And you know that that wasn't there before. What you'd want to do is find a way to pick it up without touching it. And when you can, urinate on it and then dismantle it. Okay. It also is a way of canceling out magic against yourself. You know what I mean? Vanessa, I would suggest, yeah, keep it. Like, I don't know why people want to get rid of it necessarily. The only reason, really, in my opinion, that you would want to get rid of it is if you want to get rid of that person. If all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, you know what? Fuck this guy or fuck this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Let me get rid of him. In that case, then you bet your ass you want to fucking undo this shit and do the best you can, because this will have things. This will keep. It'll seem like you almost can't get away. You can get Spanish moss from a lot of different craft stores or whatever. You know, I hear voices of dead people. They put you on meds, huh? Yeah, I don't know about them meds, yo. I don't want to be all super controversial. I mean, I kind of always take everything with a grain of salt also, but it's like I don't like to be absolute about things. What I mean by that is like all pills are bad, because there may be situations where, okay, but I don't trust big pharma. I know a lot of people who have had bad experiences with these psychomeds and shit. So just be careful with that. Brandon, they may not want to get caught with it. True that. That's another good point. See, this is why I love labs, because y'all, I can't make these questions up. So yeah, if you don't have a way to conceal it or be really sneaky with it, then that would be another. But like I said, do it after your result, your intention is fully manifested. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it as the work is being propagated. You know what I mean? That don't make no sense. But yeah, you also don't want nobody finding your shit. So you got to be sure to hide the work good. If you're in a situation where you're in a shared living space and this person, maybe that's who you did the work on, you don't want them finding a little doll with their face on it. I promise you that. Okay. Chances are, say, what the fuck is this? Can this still be used if you don't have any? Excellent question, Geraldine Bristol. Okay. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay. I also use a bit of Taoism. I use a lot of different forms of magic in just my own magic. You know what I'm saying? Like things that I like, things that I gravitate to. And one of the things with Taoist sorcery is they have a lot of spells where you don't need hair, you don't need this and that. But I will say this: a lot of people, a lot of you are impatient. Okay, so you're like, you just want to send the name and the emails. I mean, the names, the birth dates, and the pictures. That is fine. We can definitely work with that. Not a problem at all. I'm just the type of person, I like to hedge my bets the best way I can. Some people don't want to wait an extra week or a week and a half because they need to send me their materials like hair from their self or maybe something from the target, and it takes time for it to get here. Then when we get here, we do our thing with it, then we send it back. Some people just, they're really impatient, which I can understand. When you want something really bad, it's like you want it really bad, you want this really bad. I get it. My husband took everything of his when he left. I had nothing to send. That's not a problem, Vanessa. Like I said, we got you. Absolutely. Don't feel bad about nothing. Okay? We got you. We got the things that matter the most, of course, like his image and his name and his birthday. So you don't have to worry about that. What's that? Everything in my house and outside. You can't hide nothing from me. Oh my God.
Women find everything.
Women find everything. Carmen Webb. How you doing, Carmen? Latoya Adams. Yes, you are absolutely good. You might recognize these. Yeah, you don't need that, okay? Does it hurt to have hair or DNA or some person? Absolutely not. You know what I mean? It's just my personal preference, you know what I mean? But like I said, you do not need it though, okay? So let me clarify that. You do not need it, okay? Vanessa, it is our pleasure. You know what I'm saying? Snoopy's. Fuck yeah. You already know that. Come on, man. If they want to find a missing person or solve a murder case, put a woman on it. Got male detectives. What the hell's that for? Put a woman on it. That's how you gonna get nabbed. Yeah. You're gonna get nabbed like that. Shit. Fuck. Yeah. My ass. All right. Shit. Yeah. But you know, like I said, so that's my personal preference, of course, but it's not necessary. So I just want you guys to be, in complete confidence here, okay? Because that's not you don't need that, okay? Now, what I want to do is I'm gonna do this real briefly. This is just me doing it. It's gonna smoke the fuck up out of here. Women's intuition ain't nothing to play with. Women's ain't nothing to play with. Yep, it's not. I tell you a quick story. I think I might have even told this story before. And to this day, I don't know how. I can only credit it to women's intuition. Okay. Long, long ago, a very younger Shangito was driving taxi cabs. And this is before even like cell phones. Everybody had cell phones and shit, you know. So I had one of them handheld recorders, voice recorders, you know. And you know, when I was back way back when I used to do the I would drive at night, 6 at night to 6 in the morning. It was a perfect excuse to be out of the house. Okay. I had gotten married extremely young, so this is a year or two later where I'm like, damn, I made a mistake, you know. And at the time, the woman that I was with did not want to divorce, so we were just kind of in this weird limbo zone to where it's like I realized that it was not for me. Anyways, that's not going to excuse me being a jerk or an asshole or whatever, because I was, you know. So I would be out and about at night picking up drunk women, you know, and just people at night. I notice their attitudes are more relaxed than in the daytime. In the daytime, everybody's so rushing and, you know, wound tight and shit. And at night, I just always love the night, you know. And so, anyways, I found myself conducting some extracurricular activities, and to be funny, because I would take it back and I'd show the hood, and we'd all like we would compare recordings and shit. You know what I mean? And so I recorded the episode on the handheld recorder, and it was one of those handheld recorders that had a little micro cassette in it. When I got home, nobody was around. I took the tape out, hid it in the closet of the hallway, on top and behind the towels, of which that weren't touched for a long time. I took the recorder and put it under the couch in the living room. That very same day or night, I was violently awoke by the woman I was with at the time. And when I say violently awoke, I mean violently awoke. And she had the tape recorder in her hand. And I believe the words that came out of her mouth were, "What the fuck is this?" as she pressed the play button. And yeah. And then, like, "Is this, you know, so and so?" So yeah, I was a bad boy. But to this day, I do not know how in the fuck she found the tape. And then she found the fucking recorder. Who's gonna fucking lift up the couch and look for this shit? You know? So yeah. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, I got a call. Where do you get the Spanish moss? You can get the Spanish moss from a hardware, not a hardware, a craft store like Joann's, Michael's, whatever you got at your place. You know what I mean, or where you're at. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. She left a camera. You know, this isn't 1999, bro. I mean, they had small cameras back then, but I can tell you right now, there's no fucking way. If there was, yeah, this is a long time ago. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe there was a teddy bear with one good eye, right? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. White Rose, it's, I don't know. But the camera's not everywhere, so the closet in the hallway, there's no way to have seen that. So I don't know, man. Maybe the whole joint was on film. I don't know. I don't know. You know, when that's part of that quantum entanglement TV, I think. And those who have some semblance of emotional intelligence, that's why you can kind of tell when something's awry with your partner or something like that. Even if they're not around you, you can just tell. Like, because like I said, that cord, when you have that quantum entanglement going on, that cord, information travels to and from through that cord. You know what I'm saying? So women for a whole host of reasons, besides the fact that they have more neural connections between left and right sides of their brain, the lobes. Um, they're just, for the most part, and I don't want to be sexist, you know what I mean? But it seems like they just kind of had a little bit of advantage when it comes to that. I mean, they're physically, women are by and large, in general, physically weaker than men, right? But they're stronger in men in a lot of other ways. So nature balances shit out, man. Fuck y'all intuition, man. Okay. That's what I say. I blind your intuition. That's like I'm poking your third eye. Like I blind it. In the name of Jesus. Oh. Yeah. That's what I say. But yeah, we got any more questions on that?
Nope.
Okay, good. So if, I mean, I'm glad. Hopefully, we have been able to successfully answer your questions. Because it's important, man. Like I don't want nobody, like I said, doing anything that they don't want to do. I can't be the one to convince yourself now is the time to grab your 3 day love bind. That's something that you have to find your own reasons to do so. And that's kind of the way I want it. I don't want to, like, I'm not trying to put no gun in nobody's head or nothing. Like, and at the same time, I also don't want people who are too desperate only for the fact that I want to get you the result. God damn it. Okay? And believe me, I've dealt with the worst of the worst, man, as far as just the desperation goes. And some of them actually have been men. All right? When a man's heart is wrapped up in a woman, it is the worst fucking sight you can see. Okay? There's no more pathetic, like, clump of a man than a man who's been broken by a woman. Okay? Trust me. All right? I've had to deal with this shit. You have a wonderful night, Miss Heaston. The devilish woman, the one who flipped the car. She trying to. Oh, wow. She scares me. I think I like the risk. Intuition sucks. Marjorie McLean. Yeah. Does the love binding get in their minds or hearts or both? Both. And in their energy. And in their aura. So this is my little intention that I want to do right now. Because it's going to go out there because y'all are, well, it's on video, okay? But my intention is that from this moment on, and even before, and I'm confident that the ones who have already, because we're already getting, I don't want to say backed up, but we already got, like, we're getting up to our neck in 3 days already, and we're barely even talking about it. We just put out a little post and shit on it. So I'm in full confidence that we got the goods for them. But moving forward, that only those who are ready, who have their own reasons, who are confident within themselves that this is the way for them, for this particular situation, for them and their situation. Okay? And I'm burning up. I'm burning up. So yes, Ashe, so it is, this I command. Okay? Because I don't want people getting it if it's not going to help them. I want to be able to help people, and I want people to get what they want. Okay? Secret ShanGO confession. I like bust my own spiritual nut when I am able to facilitate and help my clients get what they need. You know what I'm saying? I love win-win-win situations. And that's just it. That's my guilty pleasure, win-win-win situation. So you know what I think I might do? In celebration of this, and in celebration of y'all being here right now, I'm thinking, I'll do a quick little card pull for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to wrap it up, because we got work to do over here. Oh, man, we got work. Oh, when, because I know this is going to reach the right person at the right time. There's no doubt in my mind about that. That's obvious. When you claim your 3-day love bind 3.0, please remember to send the information and the pictures. There's one sitting in the queue right now, which Mrs. Ray can't get to work on because she doesn't have the pictures. Did she already respond and everything? Yeah. Okay, good.
Just like 2 minutes ago.
Okay, cool. But just to make things more optimal and faster for you, please remember to include everything. And I believe, don't you also ask for that when they're checking
Mm-hmm.
out on this
Mm-hmm.
from the site when they're
Yep.
purchasing it? Okay, yeah. Just yeah, please remember to send that information. Oh, momento. All right. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Well, all right. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna pull some cards. We're gonna pull some cards on the yard. Okay. Let me see. What is this? Is this an actual card or this is that thing? Okay. So what I'll do is I could do a little spirit. We're gonna go live tomorrow with the pick up the phone. So we're gonna have that for you too, okay? Tara, gotcha. Tara. You know you're named after a goddess too, right, Tara? And that goddess is known to fuck shit up. Don't fuck with Tara. Okay, for Tara. What the spirit? What would spirit? What would like to come through? What needs to come through here? Hmm? What needs to come through? Tara, first impressions. You always want to get that first impression. Absolutely, everybody. First impressions. Tara, the spirits actually telling me to kind of make sure you open your third eye. There's somebody around you that's, I don't want to say dominating, but maybe more so manipulating. They know how to talk to you. They know how to kind of like coerce you with their words. Scoot you a little over this way, scoot you that way with their words. And for some reason, I feel like it may be getting in the way of some things. So may you have the spiritual eyes and senses to see or pick up on that, because sometimes these things can happen and we're not necessarily paying attention. Um, so, yeah, I don't know why that came out like it did, Tara, but take it as you will, okay? April Brackett, right on. Congratulations to April Brackett. We got you. And I have your material, and you are in a good position because you think ahead. I have your material, and believe me, yeah. All right. Yeah, so I'm just going to the bottom here as far as card. I'll say Quince. Yeah, Quincy. Shit. Quincy. What's going on for Quincy? Oh, Quincy, what's happening for Quincy? Spiritual message for Quincy. What do we got for Quincy? What do we got for Quincy? Quincy! Oh, wow. This is coming through a couple different ways. Bless, Quincy, yes. Okay, look, Quincy, you're on the verge of manifesting some shit, dude. I feel like you've had some intentions that you've been shooting out, and these intentions seem to always well, lately anyway, especially, just been outside of like, what the fuck? Maybe you even noticed and you're kind of like, yo, what the fuck? Okay, so the point of this is actually the law of attraction card also. And I got a couple different things to say to you about this card. All right. But it's reversed, okay? So for lack of a better word, please forgive me. I try and translate sensations into words, into language. So, and I'm trying to do it kind of fast, okay? But this is like a card of, there's some form of for lack of a better word, emotional baggage blocking your shit in a particular way or something that you've been wanting, okay? Another thing about this, I also felt something about a quantum, not a quantum, what was I going to say? A karmic relationship. I feel like there's a karmic relationship that you have a lot of trouble with, okay? Yes, I would even say that it's a woman, okay? Um, but sometimes also these karmic relationships, if allowed to, can infect your own kind of vibration in certain subtle ways that may be a little bit outside of your awareness at times, okay? But my point is there's some energy clearing. If you it's not about adding more in this case, Quincy. The spirit's saying it's about what you let go of and what you strip away. You know, if you take some of the luggage off the plane, it'll fly a whole lot better and easier. You know what I'm saying? No Aaliyah shit going on here. Okay, don't overload the plane. All right. Going to the bottom of the scrolly. All right. Thank you, Dee Dee. Hops and salt bath. Hey, that's enough to do it though. That'll get you nicer. Brandon. Okay, I'm seeing Brandon here. Brandon. Absolutely blessed, Quincy. Brandon. I gotta take care of the fellas, man. There's not many of us on here. You know what I'm saying? Not that I mind that, you know what I mean? But you know, I look out for the brothers though too. You know, shit. Brandon, what's up? Brandon. Wow. Yo, Brandon, be on the lookout. You got an APB, man, an all points bulletin, all right? Be on the lookout. There is a troublemaker amidst, okay? There is a troublemaker amidst. Also, spirits presenting the question as far as how might you be getting in your own way as it relates to your own spiritual initiation. And we were just talking with Quincy about letting go. Spiritual initiation's a fancy schmancy new agey way of saying stripping away what ain't you. You know what I'm saying? But in addition to that though, I feel like there's somebody you need to look out for, man. That's a troublemaker. This may even be more forecast as far as something that's about to come into your reality. Okay. This person could be younger than you, or just could be. They are like a young man. Though I'm feeling it's like a young man, and it's definitely someone who doesn't mind getting with the shits. Not saying that you do mind, you know, but maybe that's just you know if it can be circumvented or just something. Just be on the lookout for that. That's my main thing to you. Be on the lookout to that. You may already know who the fuck this is. Correcto mundo. We're not doing super chats today, Salone, but we'll be back tomorrow. Oh, word? He said my middle name is Quincy. Dee Dee. Dee Dee, what's going on for Dee Dee? What's going on for Dee Dee? What is going on for Dee Dee? What is going on for Dee Dee? All right, what's happening? Dee Dee. Now is also the time for you to tap into your creativity. This is the artist card, okay? And surprisingly, I'm not getting any counter type of like, well, but, because this is also the card of deception and lies too, okay? But in this case, I'm not getting any of that. What I am getting, the message that I guess is, now is the time to put one foot in front of the other. Action, okay? Action. Even if it's little things in some form of creative endeavor. I don't know what your art is, okay? I don't know what your art is, but this is the time, and also you're going to find the capability to just kind of do multiple projects at once, which is a good thing. Salome for life, I got you. I go to the bottom of the thing, man. Okay. You can absolutely hit Mrs. Ray up there, Brandon. I'm telling you, you won't be sorry. Okay, Dee Dee. Let me see here. Dee Dee. One for D-Day. All right? One for D-Day. Okay? Dee Dee. Dee Dee, what's up? Dee Dee, what's up? Oh, Dee Dee. Check it out, Dee Dee. Right now, you probably already noticed this, okay? I don't have to tell you this. I'll be preaching to the choir with this. I don't mind doing it for you, Dee Dee, but right now, your intuition is on fire, okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if you're also having trouble sleeping because you have so many downloads and channels coming in that you almost don't know what the hell to do. It can almost feel like you're going to go insane because it's like, oh my God, this and that. So a hint of advice just to, right. So a hint of advice would be get a little, I mean, I got this for, I keep this around for different things, if I need to write, just something like this, you can do that, but the point is really whether you even act on some of these things or not is just to get them out of your head, okay? So but I see that you're also listening to your intuition, which is the main message. There is to just there's going to be some more important information coming to you, so you're going to want to heed that information, especially if it's about taking a particular action or doing something, even if it doesn't make sense to you. Follow your intuition. You're on the right path. All right. Now, Vanessa Rivera. All right. Vanessa Rivera. What's going on? What's going on with Vanessa Rivera? I'll tell you what, we'll be back tomorrow, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to do a pick up the phone, super chat, Venmo, anything, whatever you need, we got it. And we'll be answering questions, all right? Not just pulling cards. Although that will be an option too. But, yeah. Okay, what do we got? Damn. All right, so the question here is, what do I really want? Coming back to what one of our, what I think Black Widow had said about how intention is everything, okay? Because without it, it's like having a rocket but no target to shoot it at. You know what I'm saying? And the more specific you get with what you want, and why, because that's the juice, that's the rocket fuel that propels the rocket, okay? So the more specific, it's like you start getting that heat-seeking thing where the rocket kind of locks onto the heat-seeking, like will follow, and like it locks on. That is what we need to do here. You might have been chasing after some old things, okay, that no longer really matter, and maybe because of the amount of time that you put in certain situations and things, you're just like, well, I've been investing, I might as well keep investing. But sometimes it's time to stop, reevaluate, look, and admit to yourself what you don't want, but more importantly, give yourself permission to admit what it is that you really want, regardless of what anyone else is going to think or judge or anything. None of that means shit. None of that has anything to do with the price of tea in China. Okay, I shouldn't even say probably China right now. That's not good. Thanks, China. No, I'm fucking around. But yeah, what do I really want and why? Okay, these are some things to think about. I mean, heavily. If you want to get things going fast. Hey, Phoenix Fire, what's happening? Princess Royal DFKM. I don't know what that means. Okay, Miss Rivera. Do a little soul searching. Okay? Even though it can lead to a lot of soul searching, but still, do a little bit of soul searching. You'll thank me for it. You'll find that things start to move incredibly. It's not just about speed. It's also about, there may be challenges, but we
just got 4 orders.
You heard that? How many we got left? How many is left? 9? Got 9 3-day binds left. 9 3-day love binds left. At this particular price. There is a coupon, like I said. The coupon is basically like I'm handing you $302, here, for this particular offer. All right. White Rose Goddess. Yes. Okay, White Rose, I think I'm going to do you and maybe one more after. Well, we got to get it going here. White Rose. We will be back tomorrow, 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, okay? April 29th, right here on ShanGO Gray TV, all right? We're going to be back, and we're going to be having a card fest. And I'm going to do my best to finally get the missus in front of the camera. Well, between you and I've already gotten her on camera, but that's for me. All right? So, White Rose Goddess. Oh. White Rose Goddess, regarding a very particular and important part of your life, there has been a decision to make, okay? This decision is not, there's not a bunch of options, okay? It's not like pulling up to the drive-thru and you got all these options. Nah, it's like a In-N-Out burger menu. There's very little things on there, okay? No, but in this case, it's, and I always use these words with this, you either go left or you go right. You go forward or you go back. You start or you stop. It's one of those type of choices. And it's a decision in which that needs to be made. I do see a little bit down the road, you are actually going to make it, okay? You're going to make it. And this is in regards to something extremely important. I feel like up until now, you've also been procrastinating on this one particular decision, okay? John Connor, you will be the last of the Mohicans today. All right? John Connor. The Rise of the Machines. John Connor, you're in the right time. This is where what's the name of that? Teledyne or whatever, in the movie that takes over the whole world, the AI which makes the Terminators. Yeah. John Connor. John Connor. Look, everyone's trying to get. I told her that too, TV. I said, if it's that big, you could just do one where they show your hands. There's plenty of channels that got fuck more viewers and a fuck more subscribers than I do. And all they do is show their hands, man. And that used to piss me off because if you watch my earlier videos, I would always try and be like just a voice, you know what I'm saying? And that shit didn't start popping until I showed my face. And I was pissed about that because I didn't want to show my face. You know what I mean? Skynet, there he is. Thank you, Quincy. Exactly, Skynet. All right. Now, John Connor. So anyways, yeah, John Connor, man, get Skynet out the way, yo. Get Skynet out the way. All right. Okay. Shit. Skynet. John Connor, man. I feel like there's going to be a woman here who's going to kind of be... I don't know, man. I don't know if this is a woman who comes and goes out of your circle, out of your cipher and all that shit, but I feel like there's a woman coming who I would almost say she's mother-like in a way, but you ever see people where sometimes the mother is more like the child and the child's more like the parent type of thing? But that's what this feels like, okay? But this woman often takes a lot of your attention. Often either, I don't know, needs you to do certain things. I feel to sum it all up though, I feel like this woman kind of gets you off your path. Like, let's say you like, okay, today I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, whatever, and then maybe you get a call from this woman or she shows up or something. I don't know if this woman, she feels kind of maybe even family-ish, okay? But Spirit is also talking about healthy boundaries here, okay? Healthy boundaries. It's going to help you, Mr. Connor, to get done what you need. Like, I feel like in some ways, yes, you may be also kind of introverted or something like that, but at the same time, you need to also have boundaries, is what Spirit is saying. It's actually going to assist you and kind of, I don't want to say make things easier, but at the same time, it's going to kind of just open your roads up a little bit because you have other people's energy kind of, I feel like some people want to just intrude in your energy, okay? So the main takeaway here is to establish some healthy boundaries, okay? Please establish some healthy boundaries for yourself. All right. So John Connor can do what John Connor does and take down Skynet. God damn it. All right. So, anyways, we're gonna get up out of here. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. John, does that make okay? Good. He said spot on, right on. Shit. So, yes, tomorrow be here, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here. We're in California. I don't know where you at. Do the time conversion. We'll be here on Shangorian time. Shango's always on nigga time, though, if you notice. I'll say 6:30. It's 6:45 when you see my face, okay? It doesn't matter what the fuck it is, all right? What it is, all right? So, because I am, all right? So, Shango radius of Brenda, huh? Brenda Jackson. Oh, I'll answer that last one for you. All right. She asked January 17th. From our love cards book, the love cards book. It's the same thing though in the back. January 17th, another goddamn 10 of diamonds. Okay. All you guys with good money juju. All right, you 10 of diamonds. Anyway, so peace and blessings though. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you so much for everybody who has reached out, who has also, and everybody who's taken part in, claiming their 3-day love binds. We put our best foot forward, and we're gonna put a Grammy award-winning performance for you. Okay, so good night, Miss Collins, Mr. Woodward. Yeah, you're a 10 of diamonds too, Quince. You got good money juju, whether you're exercising that or not. But 10 of diamonds is like, I believe they call that the millionaire's card. I believe it's called the millionaire's card. So you probably, you got 99 problems, but a dollar ain't one. So anyways, peace and blessings to y'all. We'll be back tomorrow. All right.